Welcome to the internet, guys. crazyLoudmouth here, and welcome back to Aviary Attorney. So, because we also did get all the evidence, I wanted to show you so we already saw that. FALCON react. I think we're getting close to unraveling this whole rebellion nonsense. Let's not all the Sparson. We're nearly there. Alright, let me just deal with the letter first. Spam? I don't think so. It's from Cocorico. C'est vrai? Well, go ahead, Sparson. Let's hear it. JJ, if this letter reached you uninterrupted, then it means that I have been captured or killed by the rebels. What? Last evening, the inspector gave me a tip-off of my midnight trade between the rebels and the Croque Monsieur on Rue des Marmousets. I intend to watch from the shadows, but I know that such a mission is a dangerous one. Wish me luck. If this is the last correspondence you'll ever hear from me, then I suppose I should end on a positive note. FALCON, you're a good friend and an excellent lawyer. I'm sorry for belittling you in all these years. Kind regard, Severin Cocorico. Is this for real? There's no way. This letter has to be some sort of setup. It's everyone on writing. Where do you think he is? I don't know. Why would he go alone? I don't know. But we have to go help him, right? I mean, if the trail was at midnight last night and it's 10 o'clock now, he might still be okay. Maybe, I don't know. Come on, FALCON, pull yourself together. We've got to act fast while there's Steam's time on the clock. You're right. Sparrowson, grab your coat. We're going to save Severin. Really? Are you serious? Absolutely. I know we can do it. With all the investigating we've done over the last couple of weeks, I think we know the rebels better than they know themselves. We can fire them, we can outwit them, and we can bring Severin home alive. Whoa, you're busting with confidence. But where are we going? Was Severin lantern not clear? He was investigating the Rue des Marmousets, so that's where we should start. Yeah, let's go. And cut! So we had the trial of Severin Cocorico, and we got everything, so let's defend him. It's only obvious. So we just talked about the bullet, if you remember. That two bullets were fired by Croque Monsieur before he died, and that one of the bullets was yes, that one of the, if one of the bullets was embedded in the alleyway wall, then it would be embedded in the murder. Like, isn't it obvious? If the bullet was embedded in the alleyway wall and it wasn't embedded in Cocorico, then that means he did the murder. The bullet hit the murderer, the real murderer. It must still be embedded in whoever attacked the Croque Monsieur. A ludicrous notion. It makes perfect sense. The double-barreled turnover gun, the missing bullet. Fine, I'll humor you. Let's say that a bullet did indeed hit the real perpetrator. What of it? Well, it's only been a few hours since the shooting. Presumably, the person will still have the bullet lodged in them. Find the person with the unique iron mini ball embedded in them, and you find the real murderer. That's reasonable, but we don't have time nor resources to search every citizen of Paris to uncover an injured gunman. You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer to be someone in the room. Oh, you think we have a traitor in the ranks? I do. This was obviously a planned attack. Someone invited Cocorico and the Croque Monsieur to the same place at the same time in order to create a setup. Only someone with a rebel's connection could engineer such an event. This is ridiculous. Are you really saying that someone in this room was shot last night? That's clearly untrue. A bullet wound can be concealed. Perhaps if you all were to take off your shirts. No, I'm not having everyone in this room stripped down to their knickers, just to cater to your outrageous theory. If you can think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory, then we end this damn trial here and now. More reasonable way? I have a more reasonable way. What are you thinking, FALCON? Isn't it obvious? We have the perfect way to uncover whether someone has been shot. It's a genius solution. Are you serious, FALCON? You're relying on the invention of a lunatic? I've never been so more serious. Madame Omar, Frère Remus, and member of the court, this device is called an Explorer Extractor. It's the latest medical technology. It looks like such children's toys. Yeah, I assure you this is no toy. It was designed to find and extract metal embedded in bodies. A battlefield bullet finder and remover, if you will. I'm intrigued. So you're saying that you just swing that device around and it finds a bullet in a person? Yes, sort of. I don't know, we haven't had a chance to practice with it really. Madame, these birds are playing you for a fool. There's no way that such a device exists. We have seen this device work with our own eyes. Person shall demonstrate. Me? I thought we will need something to demonstrate it on. Here we have an iron-tipped mini-ball, as presented by Fontaine moments ago. Observe, I place the bullet in my closed fist. It now represents the fire bullet that is currently embedded in the murderer's body. Allegedly. No person will demonstrate what happens when my hand is scanned with the Explorer extractor device. So I just do this and... It's humming and buzzing. Is it really detecting that bullet? Absolutely. What an intriguing device. Hey, what would happen if I were to hit extract right now? Please don't. You remember what happened to the steak, right? My, what is this feeling? I feel like power. Don't let it get to your head. Okay, I'm convinced. Falcon's person, you may perform a cursory scan of each of us with that device of yours. You must stop murmuring these morons, madame. What good is it doing us? We must. They may be warm morons, but this test will grant us certainty of the rooster's fate. I can afford the time. Hey, Falcon. What will happen if the murderer is the one not present in this room? It most likely isn't. What? I'm stalling. Falcon. Get a move on, you two. And we must express my displeasure that you are going along with this farce, Madame Momo. Let us end this trial right here and now. You can get the justice you so crave. Don't worry, Remus. My passion for this bird brain is wearing thin too. When this asinine scheme of his fails, he will face the consequences. Lucky bird, scan the router first. He is the prime suspect after all. Okay. I'm not getting any reaction. That means there is probably no bullet lodged in Cocorico. So, he's innocent, for sure. No, all it means is that this bird was not shot by the hypothetical bullet. Don't forget this is all speculation on Falcon's part. Madame, I must insist that you end this. It is a fool's errand. We have other matters we must attend to. Yes, you let me worry about our time management. Pierrot, you go next. Alright, get it over with. No reaction. That means that Pierrot wasn't shot either. No surprise there, right guys? Let's see. Next we shall test... Madame, I implore you. You're being awfully lippy, Remus. Why don't you go next? Me? That is really not necessary, madame. I don't want to participate in this ridiculous child's game. This is no game, and I'm issuing you an order to cooperate. I refuse. Pierrot, please restrain Remus. With pleasure, ma'am. What are you doing? Keep your filthy talent of me. It will not be manhandled by... Oh, stop that! You're making a mistake! Madame, think a little harder! I have an alibi! I was with you the whole evening! Sparrowson, do the test! Falcon? I'm not getting any reaction. That can be right. Do it again! There's nothing. For Remus will not be shot, as far as this device can tell. The utter nerve to manhandle a man of the cloth like that! As I said on the floor, madame, I was with you and Fontaine for the entire evening. I could not possibly be in two places at once. It's true. You were sitting in my line of sight exactly when the murder was supposed to have taken place. As was I. Right, Fontaine was sitting with us too, so that rule him out. And I know that I didn't perform the murder, obviously. Which means that every suspect has been accounted for. Go sit down, lackey. Your job is done. You realize what this means, don't you, Falcon? Your little test failed. Your hypothetical bullet theory turned out to be unsubstantiated speculation, pure guesswork. Should we end this trial, madam? Wait! There must be someone we're not accounting for. I just know it. There is someone else who could have been the shooter. And this is... Does the name Silvius mean anything to anyone here? Oh, I was expecting some reaction. Faramus, are you serious that you don't recognize his name, Silvius? No, it means nothing to me. Be more direct, Falcon. Go straight for the jugular. Where is he? He's here. Faramus, who is your brother, the man named Romulus? My brother. He was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government. You and I know that isn't true. Your brother is still in France. And in fact, I think he's lurking in these very catacombs right now. An absurd notion. Your theories are getting more and more outlandish, Falcon. Where's your evidence? Oh, I know. I can understand this one. I found this in the catacomb tunnel. An introductory guide to the cult of reason. Thank you, Sparson. Now, Faramus, does this pamphlet look familiar to you? No, I've never seen it before in my life. Are you sure? Are you sure that it doesn't belong to your brother, Romulus? No, there aren't many cultists in Paris. Maybe it belongs to one of them. Falcon, I'll take your word that you likely found this pamphlet in the catacombs. But Remus is right. You have no evidence that the man known as Romulus is the one who dropped it. This pamphlet could have been dropped by anyone. It could even have been dragged in on the sole of Pierrot's shoes, for all I know. Wouldn't be the first time. Actually, madame, I know for a fact that pamphlet belonged to Romulus, and I can prove it. A little while ago, while visiting the Louvre, I saw a man who looked very much like Romulus handing out pamphlet. As you can see, the pamphlet from the Louvre is identical to the pamphlet from the catacombs, except for one important detail. Romulus signed the Louvre pamphlet himself. No way! My brother would not do something so foolish. Do you see? Right there on the cover page. That is Romulus' signature. Admired you tenaciously, Falcon, but something is blatantly wrong with your evidence. We know that the brother of Faramus is named Romulus, but this Louvre pamphlet of yours is signed Silvius. Clearly an alias. Romulus is on the run from the police, so he must have changed his identity. That's a plausible theory, but it's unsubstantiated. Stop using this word. How do we know that this pamphlet was signed by Remus' brother? Because the fountain pen is green ink. This fountain pen. Hey, where did you get that? Is it my brother's? Mine? Whoa, Remus, your mouth is almost as big as Romulus. Anyway, I believe it's yours. Sparson happened to find this pen in your robe just a few days ago. You mean he stole it? Let's not argue over semantics. What's important in what you just admitted is that you and your brother both own pens just like this one. See, these pens are unique in that they contain green ink, a very unusual choice of ink color. A very evil choice too. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's the same ink that was used on the signed pamphlet. Since there are only two pens, there are only two possibilities. Either friend Remus has been side of an atheist cultist propaganda, I would never do such a thing. Or his brother has been using his identical pen to sign cultist propaganda, the same type that was found in these catacombs. Impossible! My clumsy off-over brother lost his pen a week ago. Oh, so then the only explanation is that you lent him your own. No, you see? It doesn't matter how you created fire. One way or another, you and your brother are tied to the cultist pamphlet. Admit it! Confess! Falcon, enough! You've made your point. You are asserting that the friar's pen ties him to the cultist pamphlet. I get it. This is all tenuous, will not you say, madame? No question. Falcon has suggested a theory that hinges upon a theory that hinges upon yet another theory. It's not outproved by any measure. He may very well be wrong, but at least he's logical. His theory is self-consistent. What are you saying, madame? Falcon, where did you say you found this leaflet? The inside one, that is? Oh, down the catacombs tunnel, through the fork on the left-hand side. Fontaine, Pierrot, go see if you can find anyone dawdling where they shouldn't be. Yes, madame. Yes, ma'am. In a moment, one of two things will happen. Either Pierrot and Fontaine will return empty-handed, in which case I'll have no choice but to execute Cocorico. And then I will have to execute you, Falcon, and you, Sparson. Us? Not because of what you've seen tonight, although that's admittedly a problem, but because your lives will be treasonous to our new republic. I did not sign up for this. Or, Pierrot and Fontaine will return with a prisoner in tow, in which case, we'll be free to cut Cocorico down and skedaddle. Surely not, madame. You're not going to let these trees just walk free after everything that's happened here. Remember what this rooster did to your father. Hold your tongue, Friar. If it turns out you've been deceiving me all this time. Man, Bomo! Look who we found. Oh, stop shoving me. I can work myself. Uh-oh. Well, we really do have a ghost in the catacombs. Introduce yourself, Wolf. Very well, mademoiselle. My name? Madame. Right, madame. Whatever. My name is Silvius. Don't you mean Romulus? The Tellus isn't fooling anyone, you all know. Alright. I'm Romulus, twin brother of Remus, and loyal servant to the rebel cause. That's the whole truth. He's telling the truth, madam. Long live the Second Republic, right guys? Right guys? High five? No? Okay. I have a lot of questions, both for you, Romulus, and for you, Remus. I don't appreciate being lied to. It seems that you have your hands full, so we will just be taking our leave. Not so fast, Falcon. Your theory is still unproven. If it turns out that Romulus has no bullet in him, then you will have no evidence that implicates him on the Croque-Monsieur murder. Cocorico will still be the prime suspect. But bullet? In me? Ha! Ha ha! What are you guys on about? Spare me. Fontaine, hold me down. Hold him down. Hold me down? Oh! Sparrow son, do your test. I'm on it. It's buzzing. It's really buzzing around his shoulder. I see blood. There's definitely a bullet wound here. That's an old bullet. An old war wound. I got it fighting in Algeria in 46. Obviously a desperate lie. My brother is being completely honest, madam. He's a veteran. He was shot in battle. You know, I could just extract the bullet right here and now. That will remove all doubts. Do it. Extract that sucker, Sparson. Ah! Whoa, sucked it up like a pip from a grapefruit. Oh, hey, look at that. If I'm not mistaken, this is one of them newfangled bullets, right, Fontaine? There is no mistake. This is an iron-tipped mini-ball. Just like the one in the Croque-Monsieur gun. Do you realize what this means, madame? It clearly demonstrates that Romulus confronted the Croque-Monsieur before Cocorico arrived. This is an undeniable evidence that Cocorico had nothing to do with the crocodile's death. You're right, I made a mistake. I haven't forgotten what the rooster did to my father, but this bird clearly had no part in the killing of the Croque-Monsieur. Therefore, I cannot honestly call him an enemy of the Second Republic. Your friend is free to go. Fontaine, cut the rooster down. Right away, madame. Thank you, madame. For what? For giving us for giving us an opportunity to show you what justice looks like. Before you ask what the difference is between revenge and justice, and I reply fairness. Well, I don't know if this trial was perfectly balanced, but you let us present our side of the argument uninterrupted. It was fair. Pierre and Fontaine will help carry your friend to the tunnel entrance. We're on it, madame. Will you be okay by yourself with the 2 walls? These toothless old dogs? I think I'll manage. Of course. Come on, brother, to your fate. So, cultist. Cultist is such a strong word. Listen, mademoiselle. Don't mademoiselle me, I shall be asking the questions here. Tell me, friar, are you a cultist too? Madame, I am just a humble servant of God. I never realized how poisonous your words are. You've been spewing lies since the very start, haven't you? Madame, at least tell me why you two killed the Croque-Monsieur. Because, allow me, brother. You want to know the truth? We want exactly the same thing as you. We want a world without class. A world without false ruler and gods. A world where only the reason of man reigns. A world of true equality and fairness. This is what you strive for, no? But you cannot achieve such a goal without violence. Your methods are too passive, too naive. So we set up a situation where you will be forced into action. Make the government look like murderer to the rebels, and make the rebels look like murderers to the government. Then you will be forced to take up arms. Another lie. But that was the truth. You claim that you want equality, but you just want a world where you stand above everyone else, a world where carnival reigns. You are a rabid animal at heart. Makes me think on Zootopia a little. You got me. But can you honestly say that you never wanted power for yourself? You're a carnivore too, don't deny it. No, I've never wanted power. All I ever wanted was a world where no child has to grow up without a father. Did you know that the Croque-Monsieur was something of a family man? He once confided in me that he had 5 children and a late wife. I had no idea. Tell me, Romulus, do you have children? Me? Pfft, no. Mademoiselle, I... Oh! Oh! But, brother? As for you, Fire, get out of here. You aren't going to kill me? I ought to. You are the worst kind of person. A man will cling to any ideology to claw his way higher. But I know that you weren't the one to pull the trigger on the Croque-Monsieur. Maybe there's a slight of goodness left in you. Go. Whoa. Is this what justice looks like? It's so uncaring. We did it! We saved Séverin. So we're gonna stop here. And in the next episode we'll see case 4B. Falcon decide to offer his service to the king. Okay. So yeah, as always, don't forget the 5N, like, share, favorite, subscribe and comment if you want to, and remember that you have the power to help me by sharing this video around. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon in another episode. Love you all, guys! Woo!